And greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, I am Monster to Mermaid. This is Minecraft. And before we get started, just for a moment, I'm chasing the clock today. I had sort of like an office job lunch hour between Twitch and YouTube, which I don't usually do, but I did today. And so here we are. And pity me, all you people having your jobs and still playing. Yes, I know.
Do you need something?
I know, but I know you need something. Light gray wool stairs, which means light gray wool. We can't do anything about that here at Pitti. We don't have a Fletcher yet. We're working on having a Fletcher. We don't have one as of yet. Let me look at something here. I am going to do this though. So we're going to see how many of these are used. I think we know that there's 13 or 14 altogether of these torches. So we'll have to give the torches back to him because I'm taking them all away. In this area here, we'll put in one here, and it's dark right here. So why don't we put a lantern there? And that will help. And yes, I know you need something.
So, what did it be for you?
I will work on it. So we'll do that. Let's come down here and look. We were talking about getting a road in place. And the road that I think we want to put is going to be right here. This is probably the best place for it. We have a road in between these two, which would go to the back door of this house. But I don't want to do the back door. This is the front door of both of these. Actually, it's not. This is the front door of this one. And this is the front door of this one. Okay. And so, I would like to have the road run to the front door of this. And if we did, see there's a tree here that we can still have a house on, and possibly another tree there that we might want to. You can see that they're right above the town hall. These are, but definitely this tree, these two trees right here would be good for putting some extra tree houses in. The question again begins to be, which tree houses do we want to put in? Because these are all light colors here, that still leads me to want to put in the jungle housing into these areas. And so the jungle housing here is going to be like the apartment buildings in Arnaaluk. We're going to have several, and we'll just have to decorate them differently. Just have to find different ways for them to look better. This is a level 2 of this university. It is the beginning of level 2s that we're doing. Lionel's not here. Lionel's in Arnaaluk. Leandro is working, their L names. Leandro is working on the tavern, and Cade is working on the restaurant. And this morning on Twitch, we came back after doing a bunch of things at Arnaaluk, and we were talking about the fact that we don't have any building, any location that would be good for the druids when they're off duty. So off-duty druids, when we have holidays, druids get off duty, and when we have kids druids get time off to see if in fact they want to have kids as well. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But they are off during that time, which is different because they usually are not off as a rule. They are constantly working because they're guards. So they're part of the military. So because of that, we try and give them time off. Now, we built this underground barrack because we had to have a barrack to get an archery. You have to have a level 3 barrack to get an archery. And so we started with this Arcology barrack. Look at that. Oh, it was Charlie who took my old clothes. Oh, how nice. Well, they weren't that old. And she looks very nice in that. She likes, oh, rain. And so this is all we were going to have. We were going to build it up to level 3. And then we were going to use it as like a bomb shelter. Mr. Villager. Oh, hey, hello. Welcome, welcome. So we were just going to use it as a bomb shelter, like if something happened and things failed, that would be where the people would come to be safe while the military protected them. This is theoretical. It's mainly to give the people, the druids, a feeling of safety, that there is a preparation for if something fails. And that's only logical. It's pouring down rain, but then we had a fire, and the fire told us that in this old growth forest, in this forgotten forest down below, this old growth forest up above, we need a firefighting team. And so just like Prosino, which was an area with a lot of groves of trees, we're going to have a firefighting balloon, which is a barrack. And since we have to build this up to the Zeppelin capacity, we don't need this building to be a barrack anymore. So I decided I was going to put the druid housing in this old building. And we took one of Thaler's new Sandyton houses because it fit underground. The main floor is the first floor, and then the second floor is actually downstairs. And this is the only thing that this can be used for. Can't be used for a house, so it can be used for a dorm for the druids. And so we have one, so that gives us 5 places. Barracks has 16, I think, people, 4 different or 5 different, 16 or 20 different places for the druids that they can have. Let me see. Let's go up and look. In the rain. We're going to climb this ladder in the rain, and we're going to come up here. And let's see what it says about this. Yes, so this is a barracks tower here. And I believe at level 5, you can have 5 people attached when you get to level 5. This is level 1, and you can have 2 people attached, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. And so we need enough housing for when they are off duty. The tavern is really going to be for visitors, and we'll leave that as such. So we put in the Sandyton, Vincentius Primus, everybody. We put in the Sandyton house here. This had this little water grotto right in here. And this morning we had the water on this grotto coming out of this area right here. There was a waterfall. However, this is actually the original place the water came out, and we've returned it to this because we are going to put in so 5 and 4 with Arcology. This is an Arcology residence here, and we don't have it finished yet. We don't have this wall finished. We're going to put glass on. It's cold here, so we have to have some kind of insulation in those areas. This is a porch right here. However, here I want, and here I want 2 apartments that are for couples. Sorry, have to leave for a minute? Okay, see you later. For apartments, and so that's why we moved the source of the building right there. Do I have any kind of building that I want to use? I could use a hallway, but I think maybe, because see, this kind of looks like a doorway here. I could maybe do a full Arcology right there and then just have a second. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. So let's put an Arcology in for a second. Another Arcology residence. And this is why we're using the Arcology residence, and this is why residence, and this is why we used, I'm not going to be able to do anything. It is pouring. Let's go to the balloon and let's go to sleep. And we'll show our dilemma for putting things. Look, see that there? See that over there? People live there. That's where people live. Isn't it? Or is it just a hill? Oh, wow. No, it's just flowers on a hill. Wow. I thought for sure people... Ooh. Look at this. I forgot about this. Ooh. This is what's underneath us, is this huge cavern right here, is underneath our mountain. And we looked at this cavern at one point as maybe we would build underground, but the druids want the trees, and so we are happy to oblige. All right, it's raining. Did it just stop raining? Nope, it's raining. Everyone's in bed, and so we're going to go to sleep too. There. All right. So let's come here. It's morning. It's a beautiful view from this museum. And let's come out onto this floor right here, the pasture. I'm going to show the place that we put in. Did she finish? Let me see if this is finished. It is! Yay! Excellent. So this is a level 1. And over here, Mackenzie has a level 1. Now that level 1 that's here is going to be for Macy. But we don't have any place for her to live right just yet. So we're going to have Brittany, or don't we have a new builder underground? one of the two of them upgrade some of the buildings that we need in order to have housing in those areas. Let's come here and let's see what Arnold wants.
What can I do for you?
Oak slab. Okay. Well, yeah, we definitely don't have that. Let's go up to the warehouse. Hi. This is going to be on us to get the oak slab. We brought a bunch of oak back because we didn't have any left. So we're going to sort right now, and then we're going to look for oak to make oak planks. See, there's only 89. So let's find this, and it's down here. And here we go. Let's take 2 of these so that we have more plank. See that copper? That's from Aaron. That's from our miner. And let's come here and let's do a whole one. And I'll just leave that for just a minute. And slab, we can do 2 of these, and that'll give us a decent amount of oak slab. Nope, we don't want to put it in the refrigerator. We'll put it underneath. And there's one thing that needs getting. Let's go to the clipboard and let's see what else they need for a moment. Spruce plank panels. Brittany needs, and spruce plank panels, and she needs a huge set of them for what she's working on next. Now the white paper extra and the red and the gray we're going to have to get, and gray stained glass. All of that has to come from Arnaaluk. But we can do the spruce for Brittany, and that'll at least help with the spruce builds. So let's come to here. Spruce. And there's spruce logs. And how many planks? Let's make some more plank. So we're going to come over here, and here's our spruce, and we'll bring 2 down in case we need. And we're going to begin to even here. We're going to begin. Is there anyone here? Shh, shh. Quick, change into a mermaid before someone notices. No? Survival. There we go. Quick, change into a mermaid. There we go. All right. We're going to be a little bit more careful, especially since I'm having a little trouble with memory. I want to be a little careful about being around the hut blocks as a magical, as a superhero. And so let's do this the way we did the other, and then let's put, not in the fridge, let's put these 2 away and use these. So what the first thing we need is planks panel. This is a full panel. We need 12, and I'm just going to do one at a time. This is panel right here, and there's 12 full panels for that. Let's look. Actually, if we put them away, then they'll go away. Let's come here, and now we need a full. Oh, it didn't go away. Interesting. Here's full panel. And then this is vertically striped. Are we going to have a problem here? Are we going to have a problem? So I just put that in and it's not responding. Let's do the vertically striped. Let's do vertically striped for a minute. I'm distracted by sounds that I'm hearing. Vertically striped is on the second page of this. There we go. Vertically striped. And there it is. Right here. And we need 20 of these. So then we can put these in here. All right. And then 6 spruce plank panels. They're not going to deliver them. Actually not going to deliver them. And these are horizontal. So these were vertical and we need 6 horizontals. Let's come here. Horizontal. I think this is horizontal. Yes, it is. So we can take these and 6. Well, I made more than 6. And let's put them here. The fact that they're not coming off of the list, Kenya, the list, means that they are not going to deliver. They're not going to deliver these. Let's come here. Because they don't know they're there. What'd you come back for? Did you come back for those? Let's try it. Let's give them a chance and let's see what happens. The honey block, let me see if she took them. She did. Yay! Okay, good. So the fact that they came off, now they're off the list. Okay. All right. So I think it needs an acknowledgement from a courier. That makes sense. That makes complete and absolute sense. Let's see what this is right here. It's just like gray pain. Honey block. We brought honey blocks back. Why aren't there any here? I brought honey blocks back. Let's look here. I don't have any on me. That's carpet. And these two don't belong to them. Although that reminds me of the torches. So, which I can't do anything about. Huh. I could have sworn that I brought more than just the one honey block. Yeah, I have honeycomb left, but look how little I have. So yeah, I needed to bring some extra honey blocks and I didn't. Okay, back. And so we don't have that. And Simeon's asking for corn because he's growing it. But he will fill in his own cornfields. We did bring corn for him to grow, right, Taleza? I know we did. And so that takes care of everybody and everything that we can take care of right at this moment. All right, so let's get back to the druid housing situation, especially since the sun is going down. And I just came out without changing. Brittany is going home in just a minute. She's going to stop and put away some stuff for a second, and then she's going home. And there she goes. And we're going down into her room down here to change back into a mermaid quickly before a druid comes and finds me doing that. All right. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Ooh, look at how beautiful. The sun setting behind those trees over there. That's amazing. Let's come up here and look at the house that we put in. So we use Sandyton, Thaler's Sandyton, and I was supposed to ask Vincentius to see about updating those two. Hello, Mr. AM 2010. Hi, how are you? Hi, I see you. Welcome, welcome. And let's come here. And we're going to, hope you weren't there too long. I will try and get better at looking at chat. I see now why people have chat scrolling on their game stream, so that they don't miss people like you. They don't miss anybody. And yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see. I'll try and get used to those kinds of things. So hi, let's look at the Sandyton residence that we used. So let's do that again. Let's look at the residence. Fundamentals, we use so there's an alternative B. We use the alternative residence because the bedrooms are underground. It has almost no outside. See how little outside is on this building? Let's bring it up so it's separated from the other builds there. So this is it. And so we were able to put this underground. This is a level 1. So let's look at the level 5. So we put this building underground. Good. And me, I'm surprisingly good. I am. I'm surprisingly good right now. Thank you for asking. Yeah. A little rushed. I've been a little behind the clock today, like the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. I'm late. So we put this one underground over here. And right inside here, we put that building. Now, see the top, how much room there is here? Luckily for us, this was still underground. So we used a scan tool to put the stone back in this area right here. All right, so I can't use a second one of those. I couldn't use a second one, they're too big. So the second one that we did was Arcology. The Arcology house residence, which is level 5, is this building right here. And this is it. This is the house. And so we put that building right here, right across this side here. Now what I want to see, I'm going to sneeze, hold on. Yes, I just sneezed. I'm going to get a sip of something. I'm just having juice in a very big jar. And let me come back over here. Now, I don't want to use this, but maybe I want to use the room. I don't think the room's big enough. Let's look at Byzantine for a second. And let's see if that room's big enough. Let's go to Biz, B-Y-Z, Byzantium. And let's look at fundamentals. Let's look at housing. We want an insert. Fundamentals. There we go. We want an insert. And we know that this insert is, I thought there was another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a level 5. That is the one. There's that one. So we could either use this, and I think it is exactly the size of the Arcology building, but the beds are located in the walls. So that's the problem with it. So I think we're just going to end up creating a room for this. So this Byzantine room, you can see there are 2 beds right here. This is what we're interested in, these 2 beds. So we're going to have one of those, and then let's do the other one, which is this one down here, level 5. Let's go back down, 3 beds, level 5. And then the 2 beds are right here together. Or we could use these 2 beds right here together to make a king-size beds for couples who are firefighters. So firefighter couples can actually have a place to go and have some privacy. And that's what we're going to do with these. So let's X out. And let's go ahead and put these in, and then we'll decide on the walls for this. Am I playing on a server? I am not. I'm not playing on a server. And I don't usually. There are wonderful servers to play Minecolonies on. Minecolonies team has a server on Patreon for patrons, but it doesn't cost that much to be a patron. I was a patron and I was only contributing $1 at the time. And you can get into the server. You don't get the skins where you get to change what the people look like. You don't get that until you have either $60 lifetime or you're paying a certain amount a month, and then that gives you that. But on Minecolonies team's Discord, they actually have a list of servers that you can try, and then they have a way if you want to make your own server to use, they have that as well. Let's use this space first. So see this space right here? We wanted to use this space first. So let's see what happens if we put the Byzantine place here. This is fundamentals, residence, and let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Level 5. I have to do the level 5 so I can make sure I have the right one. See where the white is? So this is only a single story. Let's bring it this way. And let's see how we want the table to be facing and how we want the beds. So if we did this one, I know, remember I sneezed? I'm kind of having a little bit of a sniffling. So hold on for a sec. This puts the beds back in this area that much. I'm actually okay with that. And it allows us to put the door right where we want it. We could bring this up one more and have the bed. We could bring it up to here, but we're going to have a wall here. So I think I like it better back there. And on this part, we don't need these beds, but we do need these two beds right here. So we have to be careful not to put them too far over. I need to have a portion of wall or a place to walk around right there. And so we'll do that. And then, but that, we're not going to have this part right here, so it doesn't matter. So, level 5. Here we go, constructed. And there it is. And let's X. And there we are. You sound awfully close. I don't think they can land on the inside of a building. So they must be directly above us somewhere. Are they in the trees? Didn't they sound awfully close? The trader is... Oh! There you are. Uh-oh. Did you lose one of your animals? I think they did. There's only one animal there. I think they lost one. Or they didn't bring. Why don't we say that he didn't bring 2 animals with him? That's what we'll say. Uh-huh. What do I have on me? Where did this spruce come from? Is there spruce? Uh-huh. It is? Okay. Let me bring down an axe. Let's put this up for a second. And let me bring down an axe. So these rooms we're not going to have, these pieces of room. So we'll take away the beds. We're not going to have any of those beds. We are having these 2 beds that are in here. And we're about to pick away, these parts that we're not using of this. I might need to put another light up for a moment. So we'll put a light here so I can see. And there is the hut block right here. And is this bed still? It is, isn't it? This one isn't working properly. I'm going to replace this. That bed isn't working there. I can't get the pieces to work properly. And there is the monster. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to have something to put on because I had a robe on earlier. And then I got dressed. I forgot. Well, we'll see if I get too cold. If I get too cold, I'm going to start coughing. So that's how you'll know. I don't know. I know there's enough room back here. We could make, yes, that's the problem. Why don't we do this? So what I'm going to do is make this the house right here. So see how they have at least the space here. We're going to put up a paper wall right in this area so that they actually have a wall between this front living area and where the beds are back here. So we want to do that. We're matching the floor to the floor in the other house. So we're taking out the stone floors of Arcology and putting in oak floors in this area here. We have to put windows up on that part, and I apologize for the noise coming from the air conditioner. And so since they have a little porch in this area, we can do the same with this. We can give them a little porch. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh! Ladies and gentlemen, look, there's a new balloon. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! This is the new forester that we're going to have. I don't think I have anyone to take on this position, but let me check for a minute. Dun, 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 dun. Brittany! Yay, Brittany! So right now we have Macy and we have Claire. Claire? So remember, Claire is an amazing druid, but this might be something that Claire wants to do. This would be direct contact with trees, with actually, right now she's a professor at the university, but we could have her have direct contact with trees and be here. Chichester is an old name. I like the idea of this. So I have the same problem for both of these two women. There's no place for them to live here. Let me see what Brittany has on her menu. I think if she has something else to do, which residence is she upgrading? Let me look at the materials. Doesn't that look like? It sure does. I don't think she's upgrading hers. I think she's actually upgrading this residence right here. Let's look and see. No. Oh. Ooh. Let me see if she's upgrading this residence right down here. Let's come down here and see. No. Ooh. What residence is she upgrading? Hold on. Is she upgrading Aaron's residence? Ooh, she is. She's upgrading it for herself. Let's come down here. Let's go up here and see. Yes. And she is. So she's upgrading Aaron's residence first. I have a funny feeling that she wants to move in with Aaron. That she's going to move in with Aaron when she's done. And there she is. And we can see her adding some more stone in some places, probably where I took stuff away. She's adding some more. And where did she come from? She's coming from the mine, and that's why I think she's going to move in with Aaron. She's gotten very friendly with Aaron because of working on his house and needing to use the mine as a way for her to move around. Ah, and the mine, look at the mine. Yahoo! The mine is a level 2. She did this already. Wow. That was really fast. So yeah, she's actually done the level 2 of this mine already. Make up your mind. Let's do this instead. So since this is stone on top, hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Let me do something for a second. I'm going to come here. Let's look at something here. My sister is sending me something, and I want to see what it says for a minute. Okay. All right. Yeah. She's giving me some information that I can pass on later. I'm going to have to ask her about that. My sister's giving me some information, a warning about there's been some new studies on a particular type of medication incompatibility. And so she doesn't send me things often, so I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't something I needed to do something about immediately. We had joined together this part right here, and that's still fine. She took away the fence that was here. We're going to put it back. And here, I think she took away the land that was here. Maybe not. Maybe there wasn't anything. We just had that. But look down here. Yes. So this is now a level 2. I believe this is a level 2 Shire building. And look how far down he is. So he's gone down quite a ways. But at one of these levels, like right here, I believe she is going in. How did she even do that? I don't even see the opening. Did she use a secret doorway? Nah, it's on the other side. Hold on. So let's go up one to here. There it is. Did she use a secret doorway? That's what it seemed like. Okay, let's put this here. Let's put that there for a second so that I know where this doorway is. We can see Arnold is asleep in his house. And yeah, I think Brittany is going to join him. Can she live here? Let's see if it's too far away for her, for where she works. No, she's only 52 blocks, and that's not bad. Would she give it up to live with the man that she loves? Sure she would. It's not a bad walk. And I think she'll be okay with that. So we'll do that. But she can't live there yet. She has to make it possible. And that's what she's working on right now. So she's working on her own house. When she's done, we'll have her work on this one. And let's come in here and do build options. The builder is going to be Brittany. Upgrade the building. She's going to upgrade this one, and then she's going to upgrade the house that is here. So she's going to be working on housing for quite some time. This is Deleza here. Sorry, Deleza. And we're going to have Brittany work on her house third. That's third upgrade. And then finally, she will work on the house that she's living in right now. So Brittany's living right here. So we're thinking we're going to put a house here eventually, but Romina might actually be able to live there, and that's within the right location. Let's come down here and look. No, her name is not coming up. It is absolutely not coming up. Look how far away she is. So she's 75 from here. So this isn't going to be good for her. This would be good for Bode. For Mackenzie. Let's look at Bode and Mackenzie's houses and see if they would be good for Romina. Poor Romina. She's still living in the tavern. And let's see here. There's a house right here. And let's see, as the crow flies, this is Simeon's house, but let's see how close this is to her. Look at this. Wow. So Romina needs a house literally sitting right here. And we're going to give her one. Just as soon as we get done with the barracks, we will give her a house that is right there. So this is the restaurant. Above the restaurant right here, there is a tree sitting here. This might be too close. This one, I think this one would be better. This one right here. I think this one will be better for putting a house on. So we'll look at that in just a moment and we'll check that part out. Okay, so here we are. And we're trying to decide here on putting in, making this the front area, making this area right here. So this would be this area like it is across the way. So see that part across the way there? That's what this is going to be, this part right here. Sort of like a front porch. We'll have some chairs and things set out, and it comes to right here. That's the way those come, and we'll have that be there, and that takes care of that. Let's put this down, and then on the inside of this we'll have a room that can have that part. It's daytime and he's back, and he's going to spend all his time out there on that ledge. And so if we make this area the room, and I don't know how far back we can go here. Let me do something for a minute. I just realized something. We can't do anything there right at this moment. Hold on. Let's see why. Let's make that go away. This keeps coming down, and I think that's theirs. And so I'm going to put that there. Because it's so much, that's why I think it is. Let's go in here. Let's have Cade work on the hospital next. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to see the hospital. So let's go Cade here. I'm a little afraid of that. Upgrade. There we go. So when I put on the goggles, I'll be able to see where this hospital border is. And there it is. So yes, so see where this is? We can't build anything back here right now because this is within the border of the hospital. We'll have to wait until the hospital is completely done. Oh wait, but look where it is. Oh, I think I can find that. Hold on. See if I can find that. Let's come back here. So there's one right there. And where's the other part of this? Where's the piece that goes across? I'm just looking to see if I can see the cross piece. That's not going to give it to me. It's funny that I don't see it here. This is so deep. Look at that. Look how far down that is. And I still don't have a cross piece. Okay, this is cliff style. It's meant to be on cliffs, and that's why. But when I go out into the air, when I look, I'm looking at it being right there. So we can't do anything here until the hospital finishes being built. Except that that is the corner. There it is. Right here. Can I stand on this? This spot right here is 44,781. 44,781. $44,781 right there. Okay, so we can build the bedroom that we want to put here. We can have at least one of the special rooms that we want in this area. And then here, I'll have to see how far it goes into interfering with the pools, because there are pools in this area. And we'll see. However, see that part right there? There's nothing there. And that would work. So in the dark here, I know it's very dark, you can't see. In the dark right here, let's put one here. And we have that one there so we can see. I just stepped in water and that's giving me siren sight, but this is what it really looks like. Okay, and let's put one bedroom here. So that means we're going to have a wall that comes right here, right across this line, right here. See how high up that is? And even on this, it's coming all the way up to here. Let's do that. And of course I used the wrong stuff. The right stuff. The right stuff. Let's come here and let's get sand. This is going to be one of the areas where we have to have something. We may use chipped. There's kelp sand from chipped, and coarse sand from chipped, and wet sand from chipped. Let's look at these. Let's see. That looks like flooring. And so I don't want that. Sand, sand. And here it is. So we're going to take all of this down that I just put here. Pickaxe. May I have a pickaxe, please? Thank you. Yep, I did that wrong. But we'll put this in here like this. And here we go. So sand walls are possible. You just have to make sure that you're not going to put any doors first. Or you have to put the doors in first so that the sand has some place to go. You're not going to put any windows, or you have to put the windows in second. And that's how it is. So yeah, so we can have that. We can have that grotto thing there. So this from here is where we're talking about putting the bedroom area. And there really isn't a lot of space here. Pickaxe. So see, you can see that this is in the build, the other build, but it's not going to harm anything here. Let's see if, yay, excellent. And all the way up to here is, I think, as far as we need to go. Out to here on this part right here. You might not even need to go that far up. That might be just, what's their name, going up to that Thaler with Sandyton going up really high. This gives us enough of a room. And then let's see about turning the Byzantine. Let's try one more. It's not a square. So if it's not a square, it's not going to fit. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's better. How much farther this way do we have? I don't think we have too much farther in this direction, but let's try one more in this direction. That gives us, or this mount in this direction here. So see, you can see those pieces right there. Okay. All right. Phew! So this will give us the space that we need for what we want to put here. Okay. I thought I was going to be able to get 2 rooms, but I think I'm only going to be able to get 1. I think I'm only going to be able to get 1 in here. Let's go to Byzantine residences, infrastructure, residence. Let's use the 3-bed one, level 6. 3 beds, level 6. So with the 3-bed level 6, we're going to have the beds that we want to use are right here. Let's move them into at least far enough away from the wall so that we can do something right there. So this is the wall right here. This is the wall right there. And this is the wall behind this. And that puts that in that spot right there. And let us do an X. Let's look at the other one for a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, level 6. And that puts the beds, the ones that we want to use, the 2, there they are, right there. You have to have enough room to walk around. So this is the wall part right here. So this can come back to this right there. And that puts that in this way. And then the beds are at the back here, and the table is right here in front of one of the beds. So I'm not sure which one I want to do. Let's go back to the other one for a minute. 3 beds, 6. I think we're going to do this one because we can separate the hut block from the beds and have the beds be here. This is the bed wall. This is not coming back far enough. I need this to come back to here. Which gives us space around this. We have this space in this area and the bed that way. That's what we need to do. You see it, don't you? Let's turn this. And there we go. So now we're going to put the beds here. Right here. So this is the master bed being right here. And then we have wall. And that puts the hut block right at this wall, or right in this entrance. Right there. This is the little pool area. But it also makes it This is always so funny. Oh my gosh. So I'm going, yeah, this will work fine. Then they can't see this. So they can't even have anything because that's against the wall. Although this is going to be glass in here. See that part there? We're going to glass that part in. Where Penelope. How did Penelope get there? How did Penelope, hold on. How did Penelope get outside this wall here? What in the world? Penelope, did you jump down? She might have jumped. Okay, yes. So as beautiful as this looks, it's right up against this part. And I'd like to almost have that as a place that they have. And so if we put the beds back where they were, here, if we put the beds back here, oh my gosh, if we put the beds here, this should give us what we need. So let's just push back one more so the whole room is within this spot right here and this spot right here. So the beds could be seen from this front door area here is right where the beds are. That's what I'm trying to avoid. But I don't think I can unless I bring this over against the wall and put the master beds in this spot right here. I'm good with that. Move this back one. And there we have it. All right. Constructed. There we go. And that's X. And that was long, wasn't it? Let's take off the glasses so we can see what we actually have here. And that will go away when I take this away. And here we are. So this is wall right here. And like in these rooms, these Arcology rooms here, I have to figure out what I want to do with this corner, and we're probably going to do this with this corner right in here. Let's just start with this to begin with. This part is going to be wood in here. That matches that section right there. Let's take stone and close this part off. Up here, which isn't going to show anyway. Look what we found. We found coal. Look, we found coal. Pickaxe. 1, 2. Ah! Did I just hit that? I sure did. 1, 2. That's it? There's 2? Okay. 2 is all we need. Coal. I don't know. 1, 2. 1, 2. We'll just put that there. Is it nighttime already? Didn't it seem like he just did that 2 seconds ago? It did. It did. Okay, it's sunrise. It's sunrise. So we don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. We absolutely need that. But we don't need this. We don't need the bunk beds. And we don't need the footboards. We'll see what we're going to put in instead. And across the back, why don't we start with wood? And we'll see what this ends up being as time goes on. But for right now, we're following Arcology. See Arcology's pieces here? And we've got a double piece right here. And so we're going to bring this back at least to here for this double piece. This is part of the ceiling right there on this. That's why that got put in right there. But I think we're going to take it away in here. I think we're going to have to take these away. Uh-oh. I hit too many things there. I did. I took away something in that area. Hold on. I think I took away that by mistake. Yeah. Okay. And just bring the wood down in this part right here, which means that these are going to be wood like the others, which then means, oh yeah, they do have that block. They do have a place there, but this is probably going to be a wall here. Or if it's not a wall, a doorway, one of the doorways like this. Smooth, and this, and let's see what we've got. I would almost rather that it was, that's sand. What happened to it? There it is. Put this here for a second. Wow, it is staying on. That air conditioner is just staying on this time, which is unfortunate, but it is. So that's indented. Let's put this here like this. Bring this part up. And what Thaler has is he has a slab and a panel. So the panel is here and the slab is up here. And that makes that little opening right there. And that's in keeping with the design that we're putting for these places. This is the porch area like those have. And we are still doing this in the floor. That's going to be weird. Oh, I see. It is an indentation. Okay. This is the porch right here. This one. This is an indentation. And it's not here. Let me look. That is one block back. So this part is this right here. And then we have a double block right here. Now let's see if I put that hut block in far enough. I did. Okay. And so then we have a double block here. And it's like, I can hear people going, well, why don't you just build your own? Because I like starting, I like a starting point. Actually like having a starting point. And the beautiful builds of Blocky Universe, of Thaler, of all the different people that I like to use, it just is nice. It's just a nice, it's a nice to be able to use to build on their designs. So to continue, but we're building on their designs. These are their designs, and I do say that. So this should not go away because of the hospital, and that's what we want to make sure of. How much time do we have? Wow, already almost an hour and a half. So for all of these pieces, this part, we bring this part over to give us that right there. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And right here, this is the bed. Let's fix it right now. Let's go to beds. And we'll get one of the beds. We could do a green bed for this room. Make it a little bit special. And there we have it. And the floor, of course, is oak, except right here. Hey, look. Yep, we've got a fit. We've got a fit right here. That's sand. Let's put this up. This is sand, this is smooth stone, and this is cobble. And we'll put this down. So we need this on the floor, and this part going up here. Yep. Okay. So we have this entrance to look like this. I need one of these and one of these. And I need the smooth sandstone. And Houston, we have a problem. This is not a 3. This is only a 2. Oh, so let's do something different. Let's come here. Now, let's put this and this. And let's have the door be a double door to this. And for right now, we're just going to use this one, because this is what Thaler is using for his places. We'll have to change them out, but for now, we'll just use that to show that we're making it look like this. And they have this area. This is nice. This will do. This will work. And then, of course, in that top 2 pieces. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, I know. It's intense. It is. The noise. Okay. Yay. Wow. Okay. So we have that and that and that. That's working. And on the inside of here, we're going to have the same thing here, where we have something here and we don't know what. We could do the sand wall for this one. We have sand here. This is too... Well, it might not be. Oh, now that would be interesting. And let me put on the glasses again. Let me come here. Let's come to here. Let's put the glasses on. And let's see if this is showing for a minute. Let's see what we've got over here. It's not showing. There we go. That's what I wanted. These, so I can see how far out these are. Do we want to have a window here? We have one here. We would be talking about having a window right in this spot right here. Now there are pools. See where the pool is right there? I don't think we can go too much farther than where we are right now. So we can come down in this area, come all the way down. And there's the floor right there, and have it be a full window if we want. Right in that spot. Okay, so let's put, that would be putting this up to here. Now remember, this might get taken away when they build. Put that to there. I see that one. There's, you can still come across. That's the 3 right there, and that's the 4. Wow, that is close. That is really close. So we'll see. That's practically inside the hospital area here. There are pools right in this section right here. And so we'll have to see how that works out. But for right now, while there aren't any pools there, let's take off the glasses and just look. I need a 3 and a 1, right? For that part. Let me just put this here for a sec. There we go. It's more comfortable. And let's do, I need 1, 2, 3 right here. So that would be 1, 2, 3 across, 1, 2, 3 across, and 4. So that's as far down. That's where the last log is. So we're right. Let's take the glasses off again. I got very desperate today. I got desperate. I did. I got desperate. Tomorrow is my birthday, and I would like to be able to have some ice cream for my birthday. And so in order to do that, we can't find any in this area. Can't find it. So I did something that I thought I never would do. But I asked my mom, Vincentius Primus's mom, is my mom also. And I asked, she's my mother-in-law, so that's why I'm saying that. I asked if she would, she was putting in an order for Walmart, and yes, I did. I asked if there was any Haagen-Dazs there, if she would get it for me. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe it. But I did do it. I did. All right. Okay, so this is the new complex for the firefighters. This building right here. And inside, we have a couple things. We have an apartment for a couple. So if we have a firefighter couple who want to be together, they can be together here. Let's just go ahead and use this right in this part right here, just up to the ceiling. Now that part might get actually taken away. We'll see what happens. And we don't really have to have the ceiling come up the way the Arcology ones come all the way up to there. We don't necessarily have to do that, but for right now, we're just going to go ahead and go with it. There we go. And then at some point, we'll find out at the level 3 or even the level 2. When Cade starts working on the level 2, we'll see how this works out. Oh, bonjour, salut, how are you? Comment ça va? How are you doing? How are you doing for 3? For 3 Norm. Yay, it's nice to see you. Très bien, très bien, très bien. Et toi? How are you? Merci, thank you for asking. And let's come here. I'm actually having fun. I'm having fun putting in this area for the druids. Do we have any firefighters yet? No. We're going to actually use this as a way of enticing strong druid firefighters. The first 4. We'll get at least the first 4, and then we'll see if children want to join the firefighters. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. So yeah, we have this area that was the old barracks location that has been completely repurposed. You just woke up at 10 p.m. Très bien. Very good. Très bien. And that is nice. At 10 o'clock at night on a Tuesday. Do you have something to do tomorrow? Is that going to interfere? Or are you kind of not worried about tomorrow right now? Let's put this here. Remember that thing that we have to be super careful around the hut block. But there we have it. Now, the ceiling in these is gorgeous. This is Thaler's ceiling, and you see he's got beams going across. And we can do beams, and then we can do paneling. Let's see how this works. Unemployed at the moment. Unemployed at the moment. At the moment. What do I not need here? Let's make, these are in the room, so let's make all of this go away. We might need these, so let's leave these here for a moment. Let's bring down these pieces, all of them for a second, as many as we can. Not this, this is theirs. And these, let's bring these down, and let's make these go back. And let's take this down. So we have the coal and that. I do believe that I didn't put back all the wood, and that's the spruce that I took out specifically for them. So there we go. Okay, because we need a panel, and what is that there? And that's a panel. Wow, okay. And then, so see above here, we've got wood, we've got that, and and we've got some stone up above. Okay, so let's see. So the doorway is right here. Let me see how the doorway is. So 1, 2, 3, and that's where we start doing paneling. So 1, 2, 3. So in this area here, we go up 1, 2, 3. Let's look. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So a portion of this is this right here, across here, and that's where this is. This across here is this. Did I just see iron? You know I can't leave the iron. They'll be mad at me. And they're already mad at me. Let me see if that was iron. Let's get a lantern. Did I see iron? No, I didn't. It was a trick of the eye. Okay, so let's come back to here and look. And that gives us this whole part here. So we know that this part matches the others. This is going to be interesting. I think we're going to have to put paneling on the outside of that. On that part. And then we have the dark, the wood, and the ceiling. So where these pieces are here, we're going to have wood. We're not... Do I want to have birch? Let's see if we want to... Oh, this is stripped oak. This is actually okay. It's a cross between the two. So I need one there. We can make it that there is a piece holding up the ceiling here. And we'll put a piece holding up the ceiling here. Okay, so see on the outside where that's going to show, we're going to put paneling on top of that part right here. And this, like I said, might not be here. There's a pool in this area. So we'll see what happens when the pool gets put in. But for the time being, let's do this. Let's get a cutter. U-T-T-E-R. No, that doesn't spell cutter. U-T-T-E-R, cutter. And this is the architect's cutter. And we'll come down here. And we'll make a panel piece. This is a panel piece, and we'll put it right here. So these belong to them. Now, how many things have I done? We'll find out. I might have to let some of that dark oak go. So because we have a border here, why don't we just go ahead and bring the border all the way around, right at this point right here. On that side, and that's all, just there on that front part. Should I do a tour? Would anyone like a tour? It's been a while since I've done a tour. I'm drinking juice. I'm gonna get some. Now this morning we spent a bunch of time in Arnaaluk, And then we came here for a little bit. Looks like we're spending most of our time here. And then we'll go to Arnaaluk at the end. That's looking okay. And this part here, why is it so? It's not. I'm just having fun putting this in. Let's go ahead and stone this part. Let's actually make it stone right in here. And we're going to cover it with wood. This will make it pretty sturdy. This is why there are these big heavy beams, because there's solid rock up above. Sacred ground. Yes. And we'll put all of this in here. Dun, da, da, da. All right, next. They made some pieces to come across. Thaler. Let's see what Thaler's looks like. Ah, and Sanchez Primus, everybody. So it looks like there's a line and a line. We can kind of do the line and the line. I think I would like to. Is there a piece missing here? Absolutely there is. Oh, that's why we need this. We don't need this right now, but we definitely need one of these to go right there to complete that part. And then here, this is where they have a piece running this way, across, and this way across, and we'll do that. And then it's not going to work to do the other part, so we'll just cover this. Nope. Nope. Yes. Yeah. Turn this way. Stop. Ah, it's not going to let me. Okay. Then this has to run this way. See, that's why he did that, so that he wouldn't have those lines. Hold on a second. Thaler did it so he wouldn't have those lines. So he has lines here, here, and here. And then he's put the other part in to keep it from being lined. So he has this 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. We could do a different pattern and put this on both sides. Stop. So put a pattern here, pattern here, and here. And then we can cut this part off right here for a minute until I see what I want to do with that. That's it so far. Let's do 2 across, and then we can have this on this part here. I'm just having fun. I really am just having crazy fun. Trying to figure something fun out. Good with that. And I am good with that. Okay, So there's no actual lights in this area yet. So we can put one on, well, not above the bed, right there. And we'll leave that for now. We have something here and in all these places, and now we need glass. Why? Because I'm dressed for winter. That's why. Yes, record it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We're dressed for winter, so we have to close in those parts. And here we go, everybody. Let's put back all of this. This is all in the room, so we're not going to lose anything. Let's come around. Let's swim around to the other side here, where we have glass over top of these areas here. This is the panel that we're going to put over top of the other side. And isn't that interesting that we're going to end up putting this panel on both sides of the hill? That is so curious when stuff like that happens. It's like we planned it or something. Yeah, nah. But it's going to look like we planned it, which is really what you hope for. It is what you hope for. So yes, we're putting the fence on the inside of this glass. It is a decoration. And we're putting it on the inside. And we'll do that with this as well. I may do something different later. I don't know, we'll see. But what we're not doing is removing the corners, and that's why we have the glass going up like this on the outside, so that the corners don't get removed. And see, it's closed. And it looks like that. Let's do this part. No. And let's do this one here. And then this one right here. That's that one. Oh, Houston, we have a problem. Yes, we do. I want flowers there. So let's come to here, and on this part we're just going to do it to here on both sides of this. Let's take that off, and we'll just bring it up on this part right here. Stop. Stop. No. And we'll put this here. I don't know whether any of you remember. Aren't they gorgeous? Yes, they're pretty. Fleur. Fleur, le fleur. If you remember the beginnings of being able to place panels down and all sorts of things that we had to do in the beginning, and all of that has been simplified so much and made really, really easy. Dun, da, da, da. That actually looks nice. Let's take this away. That looks nice like that. Let's take this one away and take this away. Look what the flowers did. Okay, so it comes like that, and on this side the same. So we'll put this here and this here. Hold on a second. Vincentius? Vincentius is doing 7 days, aren't you? I hear a lot of activity upstairs. They're doing something?
Yeah, Don came down and went into the pantry and then went into his room.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you think those pieces arrived? Okay. We're waiting for some things. For the effort. Ah, thank you. Merci. Merci, merci. Oh, yay. And dun 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 dun. Excellent. All right. We have worked on something. Now, this is encroaching on the hospital.
I said the last time I saw Vince, he didn't have white hair.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on for a second.
How you doing?
We have visitors.
Oh, you look good.
Me too.
Yeah. I
Hello.
told her, you're Rosalind.
Yes, I am.
I told Peggy, I said, they're not going to come up here. I'm going to go down there and meet them. I'm Sue.
Oh, you're Sue.
Well, they call me Sue.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Hi.
Me too.
It's very nice.
I've heard about you skating. Peggy's
Uh-huh.
always saying, she's out there skating. I said,
Yes, I skate.
they'll take me to the doctor and get something from being broken. But
Yes, I don't skate. I fall.
I used to roller skate a little
This
bit
is,
when I was younger, but
You did.
yeah, I did, but I wasn't all that good at it. But anyway, we
It's
go-
always fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's good exercise.
Yeah.
So how long y'all gonna be here? Do you know?
So we are at Vincentius Primus's parents' house, and Vincentius Primus's mom's best friend is visiting, and so she's coming down because we didn't go up. She's coming down. Not placing glass under at the last one. Did I miss one? Hold on. I might have missed one.
We asked them about
Glass under there. Glass under this part. Okay, that part. And yeah, under this one is the entrance. And yeah, we removed the glass because of the flowers, the way it looked right here with the flowers. So we're putting this on this section here. So I'm doing all this. Remember, see this pool? Well, there are 2 other pools right here. And so we'll see what their relationship is to this window. We might have to have some curtains. I changed it. Yes, I did. I changed that part because of the flowers. I decided, see, I couldn't put any here because then I wouldn't be able to have flowers. So then I took them off of all the others. But yeah. All right. Dun, da, da, da. So here we are. This is the retreat, Pitti Hamaalakut, and Hamaalakut means Hamlet, and Pitti means dried fish. This is the Disneyland for the druids in Arnaaluk. This is where they come to spend time among the trees. They love the trees. They're all druids. They're druids who have suffered from PTSD. Arnaaluk is a sanctuary, so a lot of druids have suffered from PTSD or have not gone AWOL, have decided that they do not want to follow their skill set. They would automatically become druids, and so they don't want to do that. So that is one of the things that we're doing, and so being underwater gives them a real sense of security and safety, and they heal and they get better, but they long for the forest. And so this is why this area was created, so they could come here and visit. They could take trips here, and this is what we have. So far we have a balloon transport, and this transport goes between Arnaaluk and Pitti. This goes here and then goes to the underwater city, and there is a balloon transport platform for the balloon at above the water at Arnaaluk. So that is that's how the people are getting back and forth. In this area, this is where we have infrastructure. So in this particular set right here, infrastructure like the mine, like the forester. We have to have a forester in order to get a Fletcher. We have to have a mine. There's something that we need. Oh, we want mine because we want coal. And this is a new area that is coal rich. And so we need to have that. So we have a mine here. The forester has to be here so we can have a sawmill, so we can have a Fletcher. We can't have those things without. So that's the infrastructure for that. Underneath this field is the rest of the infrastructure. We have to have farms in order to have a florist. So in the farmers market, we want to have a flower shop, and the only way we can do that is if we have a farm. So we have to have a farm, and then we have to have a composter. Look, we're growing corn.
But anyway,
Look at the corn. Yay! We're growing corn, and it looks like corn. Oh, I'm so happy. So these are tomatoes here, I believe, and then we have peppers. Wait, this is the builder. Hi, what you
What's it
doing?
today, then?
Hi, Troy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Troy is upgrading the builder.
So what'll it be for you?
You're the one that needs a honey block. Okay. So he's waiting now for Arnaaluk to do that, to give him some honey blocks. And we'll just have to, he'll just work on some plans for some other upgrades that he wants to do. For instance, all of these fields down here are level 1s. And there are, see those right there? That's a decoration block right there. There should be another decoration block. This is a level 5 farm because it's Arcology. This, is it? No, it's not. It's a level 1 Arcology. This is a level 1 house Arcology. We're going to have to put the wood back later. And over here, this is a hive level 1. That was interesting. This is a level 1 hive recycling plant. So a composter, a recycling plant. And then over, and so I have a hut block right there, or a decoration block there, and then I have a decoration block for this field somewhere. I hope it didn't get broken. There it is, right there. Decoration field for that block, for that field, and I have a decoration field piece somewhere here, I hope, for this one. I don't see it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there it is. That's it right there. And then this is just a hall. This is a hallway because we had some couriers who were using this as a shortcut. They were coming down this hill right here, and rather than have them keep having to go to the hospital with broken, with sprained ankles and broken bones, we did that. We put in an actual way for them to go temporarily until we figure out something else for them. This is what, hold on a second. Did he trade that out again because he has dirt? I bet he did. I bet he traded that out again. This is the tavern, and Leandro is bringing it up to a level 2. And he's going to do the tavern, and then he's going to do the town hall. By that time, he should, after he does the town hall, we can upgrade these houses to a level 2. But all of this is 1s and 2s right now in the trees. So when we go to build the level 2 of this house, we're going to have to go into the flat land, and we're going to have to alter the decoration, alter the plan, the blueprint specifically so that the dark oak house doesn't take out all the leaves around the tree. And so we know we're going to do that, and we have to go back. We kind of did it, but we didn't do the whole, we didn't put those placeholder blocks all the way up. And so then there's air, and it counts that air as someplace. And so then it removes all the leaves off of the trees in those places. So we're going to try and avoid that. We have a place for an enchanter. I don't think Claire wanted to be the enchanter. Why not, Claire? Why didn't she want to be the enchanter? Hold on. Let's see what that means. That's why. Because she doesn't have enough mana to be an enchanter, actually. And this is going to be the thing that we're going to be looking for. People with high mana now. Right now, the highest mana that we have is Charlie or Penelope. They're both tied with the highest. Where is, we have one other, where is she? Lilith. And Lilith. So all three of them are at the same level, probably because they're level 1s. And so they're at the same level of mana at this particular time. So we would want to bring someone in, a druid who wants to be here, to take over this and to take over from Riley. Riley's a nurse, and we right now have a nurse running the hospital. So we would need someone to take over. This is the Dark Oak level 1 enchanter tower, and I've always loved this building. This is so beautiful. And then we have a house for the enchanter right here, and since we don't have one, this whole area is not being used right now. Over in this area, we have several big party areas where people can come and celebrate and be with a lot of people in a group. This is the Mystic site here, which is around this huge keg. And this is Arcology's, no, not Arcology. This is Shire's Mystic site. And that huge keg is the Mystic site piece. And that's fine because this is a party place for them. And I think I mentioned that my idea of this area is the Matrix, I think it's Matrix 3. the first set of matrix, where they're underground and they're getting ready to go to war, but first they have this huge party, and the type of togetherness that they have there is what I want this area to be about. Now, when it's a level 5, we might make this part go away. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. That chimney right there, that fireplace. We'll see what it looks like and what we'd like to do with that. And then up in the air, right up here with this druid station, is the university. So this is a university area. Why do we have a university at a Disneyland? Because they're druids. And because they love research and studying, and so we have this place for them. We also have it for another reason. Some of the druids talked about the opportunity to raise their kids in a true forest. And so we do have the possibility of that. We have a location over here for a children's school, and so that we don't have a lot of kids running up and down the mountains, up and down the trees. We have several houses in this area where people who want to raise children here can come here and live in these houses. So far we have 1, 2, this is a dormitory right here. Around the corner is where we're going to build another dormitory right off of this road. It hasn't been started yet. And right here is another house. So we have 2 more spaces for houses up here, and that should be enough on this level for the people who work at the university and people who want to raise kids in this area. So that the kids don't have to go down. There it is. Okay. So the air conditioning just came on. And it is a roar. It's very big. So it's going to be on for a little bit. So I'm sorry for the noise in the background. Let's come here for a minute. It's pretty big. Yeah, it is. And it's going to have a telescope on top, which is the reason that we wanted it. This particular university is one of 3, I think, that has telescopes: underwater base, cliff, and jungle. There might be a 4th, but I think they're the only ones that I'm sure about that have a large telescope on the building. This is the university downstairs, and upstairs is the university library. So yes, this is a pretty big building complex here. Oh, it's raining. Let me go down. Let me see if I can get to, what time is it? Oh, it's early. It's 11. Let's go down to Cade. Cade is our builder at this level. So we're going to come down to here. Why? Because Cade has a way down. So we're going to use this way down. And then I can go to, this is the restaurant right here, but I can go back to where the hospital is and to where the platform is for the balloons, both the firefighter balloon and the travel balloon. And we can come down here, I believe. Yes, here we go. So this is Penelope's place. This is also Sadie. Sadie is one of the couriers, and she has a courier stop right off of this balloon transport area, which is why she's here and why Penelope is here. But we're just going to throw down a sleeping bag right in this spot right here. Oh, and we're asleep. We didn't even get to do anything. Okay, so there's Penelope coming. Hi, Penelope, how are you? Are you going to go to bed now? Probably not. No, she's not going to bed. All right, so, and that was Riley going to the hospital, who just went past us on the stairs. So across the way is Leandro, and Leandro's area, just like Cade, his builder's shop, is connected to all those houses. Leandro has a connection as well, and we're going to go up to Leandro's builder's shop right now. Whoops, we have to be careful with this elevator. And there we are. So this is Leandro's place. What is he working on? He's doing the tavern. And then off in this direction are the houses. And so far, we have the capacity to have a house right here. But right now we have 3 houses connected, or 2 houses connected. This house right here, and we have a house here, and we want to connect that dark oak house. I'm so sorry, that dark oak house with this walkway, but we want to connect the front door. So we're waiting a little bit for this house to at least be a level 2, so we can see the full outline. And yeah, I know that's not really why I'm waiting. I'm probably really waiting to see this house here, and if we're going to put a house here. That would just be 2 houses. And if it seems like a lot, it really isn't. Because right now we have 22 people, and I don't think it says how many houses there are. Yesterday everybody ate at home, nobody ate at the restaurant. Isn't that interesting? Nope, it doesn't tell you how many houses you have. There is a map that you can actually put in the town map. You just drop a map in here, a normal scale Minecraft map, in the town hall inventory to unlock the map. And we can do that, and we can see what people have, all the different things that people are going to be working on. So Troy is brand new, Troy Gray, and so he is just working on his builder's shop right now in order to kind of get caught up, to get to the point where he actually feels comfortable about building in this area. Leandro's too busy and on a project in a different area, but Brittany is actually close enough to help, and that is going to be really perfect. So, see what it said, infrastructure, mine shafts. Those are the buildings that I put in that weren't actually buildings, and so that's how they got classified. We've got visitors. Milana, that's a pretty name, isn't it? Milana, let's see if we can find her. Well, how interesting. I did have something to eat. Usually that's what makes me yawn. But it might be a little chilly, and that would do it too. Who's this? This is Harvey. Harvey's a Jerville. That is an old family. And we had many from there. There's Cameron. This is Morgan. Morgan is one of our people. Hi, Morgan.
You are so wise.
Morgan, hold on a second. Are you even on the list, the Akasha list? Let me see for a minute. It says we have 22 people. And you are. So Morgan is there. Morgan's at Chichester. We have Chichester's probably we have Chichester's at 1 at least at Arnaaluk. So that's how she discovered this area. She is set up to bake. She does have the right fuel. She doesn't have any minimums yet, which is fine, but she could bake bread if we had some wheat. These are the things that she can make so far. And so she can make the normal bread, she can make butter, water, and then she can make with the durum and butter, she can make those. So we're going to, the cookery can actually make butter. Watson can make butter. And let's look at his piece here. And let's look, and there it is. So that he can make butter, he can make the cheeses, he can make a bunch of different things. So these are milks. And there's the cheddar cheese. And this one is yogurt. So yeah, he can make a bunch of things already. And he's eating potato soup. That's what he's having for lunch this afternoon. And where is that pretty name? Do we see? Visitors like to hang out on the outskirts. There's Cameron. I don't see anybody. There's Harvey. So where is she? We might have missed her. We might have missed her. I don't see anyone this way except Harvey. They begin to move away from the settlement when they're leaving. And so Simeon's over there. Now this wolf is wild, but I think Mackenzie has been taming this wolf to be to herd the cattle and to be a protector of the cows in this area. We're not going to have any sheep, so that's not going to be a problem. And we're not going to have any chickens, another one. But we are having rabbits, and that's why this is fenced in the way it is, to keep Wolfie out. Wolfie! 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 So yeah, so Wolfie, to keep Wolfie out. So that part. And we do have people to work. No one can work the sawmill. The building is built, but we have not done the research needed to actually have a sawmill. So we can't technically use it. And because I built it, because the nation of Tana gifted it to Pitti, it's here. And the reason we did that is because Thaler has a huge blank space above this sawmill, and we wanted to put the balloon here so that the person who's running the balloon, the forester, can get off of the balloon and be on the platform, and yet they can still drop wood somewhere near an actual sawmill. And this one worked the best to fulfill all those things, and that's why we have it. The sun is setting, and I think that's all that I can do right now. I need to go to Arnaaluk, and let's go and check on everything. We need to check. I can show you Palo Verde apartment building got their reception area this morning, which was very fun. Oh wait, I can't go empty-handed. Oh, I can't go empty-handed. Pitti is grown up. Pitti takes care of things. So we need to check and see what can go back. So Pitti grows tomatoes. Why don't we do the sort first? We always have this. So let's sort the warehouse and then go back and look. And we want tomatoes to take back. Look how many tomatoes, yay! So let's come over here. Right now, Pitti can't use tomatoes. They haven't gotten to that point. But we have tomatoes here. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. So we'll take 3 back. And peppers, there's not enough. So we're not going to take the peppers. There's only 26 so far. So we'll leave the peppers. Now let's look for minerals to take back to Arnaaluk. So minerals, iron. Nope, they didn't. Aaron did not find any iron. Let's look for coal. He did find coal. Look at here. Ooh. So we have coal. And look at the copper. Look at how much copper there is. So that can all go back to be processed in Arnaaluk. This is their wood, so I'm going to put that there. And is there anything else? He is now a level 2. I think he can get redstone now, but he hasn't gotten any. Can he get lapis? And he hasn't gotten any yet. Okay. We have all that we can take back for right now. And we will bring some things back for Pitti, but for right now, anything that's processed that's in the warehouse came from Arnaaluk. We don't have a stonemason, we don't have a smelter, we don't have any of those things here. Arnaaluk is going to do that kind of stuff for us, so we're not taking stuff back. I don't have quite enough to put in a luggage piece. Let's make this go away, and let's get out a light so we don't trip. We don't have the road here. We'll work on that a little bit later. And I'm just looking, how do I want to do this? This is the farmer's market right here, and yeah, I do want to go here, but I don't want to go there. So let's come down. I'm lost. I'm lost here. Oh, I see why, because I didn't go this way to the town hall right here. And I think that's Harvey. And unfortunately, we never found that one young druid that we wanted to check out that had such a pretty name. So we'll just go ahead and we'll wait for other people to come. We're headed over in this direction. So the druids like being able to walk. It's like when you're at the beach and you take off your shoes and you just want to walk on the sand. So the druids love just having this rough area. I will put in a little bit more pathing because it does kind of hinder the couriers. But for right now, everyone is saying that they are fine with trudging through the woods, finding their own ways through the woods, and which is most curious thing. So here we are. This is the balloon that we were talking about that will take us back to Arnaaluk. And so right here, we're going to pull out a book, and this book shows us the way that we're going to go back. So you can see this is Pitti Hamaalakut right here, and over here is Arnaaluk right here, and we're going to head to that stop with this balloon. So here we go, Arnaaluk, here we are, and here we are. So we just landed. The driver is opening the balloon, and here we are. So I don't have create, so this is the story for my Minecolonies play, that this balloon just made the trip across, and there's the way down. Now this is the travel center. This is a decommissioned supply ship for Aquatica that we are using as a travel center. And if you were here, if you were on Twitch the other day, you would have seen that we tried to put in a restaurant here, and we could not. The restaurant that we wanted to use, the steampunk restaurant, had the chef, had the cook, going all over the top of the water. See, because, see, he wanted to go over on that roof and go over on that roof, and it's like, nope, we can't have that. So we are just having a snack bar right here where they can come get coffee, and they can come and have some baked goods and just sit in this area here and wait for their balloon to come. Wait for their balloon, or wait for someone to get off of a balloon that they want. So remember, this is a decommissioned ship, and so it does have an engine room back there. And this is people's luggage. These are lockers for luggage on this side, and then the waiting room. And we're using this museum area. So this used to be the bridge right here, this part right here, but it has been changed into a quiet area. So if people want to sit here and read and be quiet, have a beautiful view outside, they can come into this area. I should put a couple more chairs maybe for right here. I should make this a couch. Is this concrete? Why? I didn't even realize those were concrete. Hold on for a second. Let's get some thing. A coffee machine. Yes, the coffee machine is part of Adorn, the mod Adorn, which works with Minecolonies, and they call it the brewer. So it is actually the brewing machine for Adorn, more advanced than a kettle. And so let's look at wool. Now in the other room, we're using light gray. I think these are light gray, or are they gray? Yes, they're gray. So we'll use gray wool in here. So let's get some wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be enough. To a cutter. Let's get a cutter. And let's do this. So there's no such thing as wool stairs in Minecolonies. So the only way you have those is through a mod. So now we are able to do this with the Domum Ornamentum mod, which is a good thing too, because the mod that we used to have for this doesn't exist anymore. And let's, at least not in Neo. They might exist otherwise, but they don't exist in Neo right now. And so we can have one there, and this one is like for a couple people sitting and looking out that window right there. But that is the quiet room, and we'll put all that back. And then this is where you can just come in and talk and have coffee, cafe, and yeah, and heat something up if you want. Now Zaria is the cook in the hotel, in the Trees Hotel, and this is probably, we're going to say that this is an extension of her restaurant, since we couldn't get Solomon to be a cook. Solomon is actually running the travel center, and there he is now. He is up to the point where he can wear some armor, and he is in chains. He is indeed. But Solomon is behind the counters here. This glass is not for security. This glass is because they want to stand on the counters, and I am really trying to keep that from happening. So that's why we have some different things here. And even then, see, he's standing on the counter right there. So I'm really trying to nip that in the bud, but there isn't too much I can do about it. But he definitely can't use the counters to crawl across. In other words, to walk across, and that's what I prefer. He's using the weighing machines. So he's going to stepping over the weighing machine to get in, instead of using this right here. I'm okay with that in comparison to crawling over the counters. See how he wants to get up there? That's what we're talking about. So no. The answer is no. All right, so we're back. So we got some wonderful vegetables and things. I'm just gonna put them here. All the stuff that we brought back, I'm just gonna have couriers come and get those things. And this is Lionel here.
Hi.
Lionel's waiting for, interesting, Lionel. Lionel's waiting for stone. I've never seen that. I know that it had to have been built before because he's working on the apartment building. So I will work on it. Lionel, I'll work on that. And Zaria is standing right here. Since I'm here for a second, yeah, too much stuff. So there's too much of that. Let me see how many. Everything else seems to be okay. There are too many teas. And that gives her enough room. And there are way too many teas. So we'll put the teas back. And look at this. She's got sushi. Yahoo! So people are starting. So people are starting to get level 5 foods again. Why? Because we put in a level 5 cookery that outranked the level 3 that is the last cookery. And I don't know whether they intended it that way. I don't know. But there's no question that if you have more than one, it is the last one that you build is the one that is that has the power. I'll put it that way. So we were not hardly having any 4 or 5 foods at all because that last cookery was only a 3 and hasn't been brought up. And now all of a sudden, look at this. Look at the food. So this is the reason. This is actually really is the reason that we didn't have any. I'm going to put this tea, this extra tea over here. Although I could take it to Michael for a minute. Did we say that Michael was going to start serving tea as well? Let's check and see if we did. Yes, it is. It's stunning. It is stunning. And it is amazing how well it plays with others. And believe me, it does play very well with others. Others may not play well with it, but it tries to make it so that if you're on a server and you can do things. And the proof of that is right now the newest server for Minecolonies team that they are streaming on Twitch is actually a 20 Minecolonies server. They went back to 20 so that they could play certain fun mods that everyone wanted to play. I think ours is one of them, and some other magical mods that people want to play. Excuse me for a second. I touched my eye and I think I actually brushed something into it, or it might just be hair. And it's so they are now doing a 20 server for so that people can play these other magical mods. There are people who say that they can work with Create, and I'm not so much interested. If Vincentius Primus wanted to be in world with me, then he would probably love doing Create and making the balloons all work and things like that. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I have tea. Let me see if Michael serves tea. Let's look. He does not, but we're going to have him serve tea, and I'm going to give him this tea as his first. He's going to serve the mint tea. Glowberry tea, interesting. But this is Minecolonies tea, this one. And now he can serve it. So we'll give him tea right here. Look at this. Look at all this food all of a sudden. Look at all this. Oh my gosh. It's so wild. So remember that I said that we were fine and everyone was getting food, and then all of a sudden they weren't when we added the new cookery at level 1. and then it just went back to level 1. It was really wild and a little scary because we had restaurants running out of food. And that's just there. Your refrigerator's open? Did I leave your refrigerator open? Holy good freaking night. Look at all this food. So yeah, we should now have a better running of people not being hungry. Look, there is Ron. Ron is our undertaker, and he's going down to the graveyard. And he runs the monument. The graveyard is a monument. The Nation of Tana, the mermaid nation of Tana, which is a mob nation. I am a mob in this story. Gave the blueprints for a fortress, a sea fortress, to Arnaaluk, so that they could use it. Yeah, I did. I got something in my eye. So that they could use it as a graveyard with the permission of Tana. Tana is also responsible for gifting Arnaaluk with the amount of prismarine that you see here. Prismarine is pretty tough to get. You can tear down fortresses to get it. But if you have a stonemason that has a high enough level, like a level maybe 4, I think it is, you can begin to get prismarine. You can get prismarine. So it must be 3, because these decorations are level 3. They're decorations, so they only go up to level 3, and they have prismarine. So that means that the stonemason probably gives you prismarine at level 3. Okay, we got a courier to pick up the things we brought, and let's go look at the new cookery, because it's on Monument Walk. It's in the Monument Corridor, and we're just going to continue. There's Juan is one of the concrete mixers. There is the Zelkova apartments here. This is the Magnolia, there's the warehouse. This is the Magnolia apartment building right here. This is the reception area for it. And this is the new cookery right here. And Everly, who was running the bookstore at the Trees Hotel, Everly left. She let Renata take over the bookstore, and she is working as a chef. Apparently, she always wanted to do that, and so now she has gotten an opportunity to do that. And let's go back here and we'll look at the new apartment building that is underneath the hotel, the Trees Hotel. You can kind of see an edge of it right here. See that building that's much farther below the walkway? That is the Palo Verde apartments, which were built specifically for the workers of the hotel and anyone else in this area that needs an apartment. And so we have the hotel, we have Zaria's restaurant, we have the people who work the train, we have a flower shop, we have a bookstore right here. And so there's a bunch of people who actually need to live in the area because they have retail shops or jobs in the area. And of course Lionel, who's building these things. And here it is, the Palo Verde reception. And there it is. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So we had fun this morning coming up with the way that this was going to work. We decided to, merci. We decided to bonsai the trees that we were going to, and actually use them as trees in this area. That shouldn't still be, oh, it isn't dripping. That's leaf stuff coming off of the leaves there. This one's dripping. Hold on a second. Let's get this for a minute. Let's get a piece of this. I think we didn't get this area right here. No, we did not. So we need to put some pieces there. There's a piece missing from here. But we just finished this morning. This has an interesting feature. It does not, oops, don't make that go away. Let's come here and let's put this here. It does not have the dome. Did I just miss one again? Why are you dripping? Because you shouldn't be one of these. Should you? I don't think so. Let's take this and replace this with one of those. I don't think that's supposed to be. Yay! I can hear myself think. I hope I didn't get too loud. Yeah, that cookery fur is a level 5 Cavern style alternative cookery. So I love that cookery, and it's really nice. Now he's still working on these apartments, which is why they're dripping back there. But this part of the building, the reception area, is pretty complete. We did want to maybe put some benches so that people could sit. And here's a good color. This green is a good color. It's not the blue, the warped blue. We could do the bamboo. That might be an interesting color for benches. The bamboo dining bench. All of these might be fun. Let's see which one we like the best. So people can sit here. We can put like a bench right here. Maybe like this, so that they can sit in the window. Let's see. Those are dark. We're trying to avoid too much dark down here. We're underwater, and it can get pretty dark. I like that best. And here as well. I do have a view, and they can look at things outside. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I think we'll just keep the walkways clear and just have those. That's why they're dark, so that they can actually look outside. Whoops, whoop. There we go. Look outside. Look, there's the travel center. You can see the tube for the cruise submarine sitting there. And you can also see a little bit of the submarine bay. You can see the concrete submarine pulled up to the concrete shop. And its concrete submarines are always this wild bright blue, I guess, to separate them from other things, other submarines, and they're very cool. So that's as far as we've gotten with this, and we're waiting for it to be a level 5, and then we can do some additional things that we want to do. I don't know. So I'm just going to put this one here and that. I'm not sure why that's not there. So we'll just put that in. All right, so let's take this one, put it here. Let's bring this stuff down. This stuff, technically, let's put this stuff back. All this stuff back in the warehouse for right now, or back to Tana actually. There we go. Did I lose the tool? No. All right, so let's take the elevator up. So that is the Palo Verde apartments, and that's what tree they had. While we were working on that, there's Ron going to work. There's Michael going to open up his restaurant right here. And that was Isaac going to the forestry shops. He and Miranda are the 2 tree farmers. And we're going to go this way, down this hallway in between the tree farmers and the tree farm. And just make sure that we're getting enough stuff. Look at that. That is so pretty. It's so rare that, and see, it's almost like they know when I'm pulling out a camera. And now they're all gone. That was a rare picture of having 4 of them all there at a time. I didn't really get it because I had up the what do you call it? That part. But it's okay. There'll be another time and we'll try again. So what's happening here, guys? Mauricio, what's going on? Why do you have all these people sitting here like this? What do you have? You have spicy eggplant. Look, you got a whole bunch of stuff in. 1, 2, 3. That's too much. 1, 2, 3. That's too much. Too much. Let's take those away. But look, he's got pizzas. Look at everything. Look at all this food he's got here. So those people who are sitting around are just enjoying the day. They're not actually hungry. And we'll take these back to the warehouse. Hi, yes. Are you... Let me see if he's serving tea. We've decided that everyone is going to serve tea. So he is not serving tea. So we'll add tea to the menu. Tea for the Tillerman. We'll do that. And there we go. So, okay. So in his refrigerator, we just put ravioli that there's more than enough of. Here's some more right here. Put this in also. And then there is spicy eggplant and enough of everything that he has some variety, and that is very good. Right, Mauricio? Yes. Mauricio has beautiful green eyes. Okay. And let's head back to downtown. Downtown. And here we go. There's the apartment building right there. I suppose I could. I know. How close are... Oh, okay. That's good. I was like, how close are we? Because all of a sudden, I'm really, really sleepy. I'm sleepy. How? How could I be sleepy? But I am. Let's see if there's any gray dye. Gray. And there is gray dye. And there is light gray dye. And there is light gray wool. And that light gray wool is what we need to make the pieces that are missing at Pitti. Let's come over here. Oh, I've got this on me. Why don't I just put this here and it'll go into the refrigerators in this warehouse. And then we can just sort and that will be there. Let's look at what Pitti wants. Whatever Pitti wants, Pitti gets. Gray, what was it? Light gray. It is light gray wool and light gray stained glass. So those are two things we can check on when we come back. I think on Thursday we'll check on those. Yes, we'll check on those on Thursday. Bonjour, au soirée. C'est un plaisir de revoir tes livres. Good day or evening to you. It was a pleasure to see you live again. See you soon. À bientôt. À bientôt, frère. Merci, remercie. And at toi, have a good evening or good afternoon. For you, it's definitely bon soirée. And merci, merci. And here we are. We're pretty close to the end here. And we thank Fur for being in chat. And I think that there's not too much more that we're going to do at this time. Except watch all the couriers run around and make deliveries. There's Scarlett. There's a bunch of couriers right now coming and checking and seeing what they're going to get from the warehouse. And this is me. I'm dressed a little warmly for the for being underwater. This is really for being on the mountain, but we will remove some of these coats and gloves and scarves and hoods and we'll do some stuff here the next time we're back, which is Thursday. So enjoy your games, everyone. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. Vincentius is who we're going to listen to next. We've been listening to Drone Hands music, and Drone Hands has a new album. Yay! It's not out yet, but you can get a preview with the new song that he put out just last Friday. Had a special event on Twitch to introduce the new song, and you can see it at Drone Hands on YouTube. You can buy it at Bandcamp, and and he's on Discord and Instagram. So here we go, everyone. I know it's a little early. I hope you'll understand. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Bye for now. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.